What's up, guys? Today I'm going to teach you about bicycle safety. Okay, so to start, we're going to start with the overview. And in this PowerPoint, I'm going to be talking about the types of cycling, helmet safety, purchasing the correct helmet, fitting your helmet, road safety, proper technique, stats on bicycle injuries, and more. So to start, there are types of cycling. You have BMX, which are used for stunts, ramps, the X Games style biking. You have tandem cycling, which is riding with more than one person at a time. Cyclocross, which is like cross country but on a bicycle. Track cycling, which is racing on a track. Mountain biking, which is pretty self-explanatory, but cycling up and down mountainous terrain. And then road biking, which is just regular cycling on the roads. So, helmet safety. All riders not only should, but need to wear a helmet when they're riding a bike. In the United States, about 800 cyclists are killed each year, along with another 500 hospitalized. And the most common injury that they are put into the hospital with are head injuries. So, you want to make sure you wear a helmet at all times. Wearing a helmet can reduce the injuries and deaths to cyclists by 85%. So purchasing a helmet. It is important to look at the Consumer Product Safety Committee or CPSC sticker inside the helmet you wish to purchase. The sticker solidifies the proper protection needed in case of an impact and the occurrence of an accident. Helmet manufacturers are, after March 1999, are required by law to have the sticker and meet the CPSC standard. The ASTM, ANSI, and SNEL labels also meet the standard. And if you see these were voluntary safety standards in place before 1999. Can you use a hand-me-down helmet? You never want to purchase or use a hand-me-down helmet that was previously involved in a crash that's been cracked or broken altogether. Keep in mind that used or older helmets might have cracks you can't see or might not meet the current safety standards if they were manufactured before 1999. Fitting your helmet. The chin strap should allow room for one finger to fit underneath, and the strap should form a Y shape around your ear. After buckling the chin strap, the helmet should fit snug and comfortably. The helmet should not be able to move to the side, up, or down. The helmet should fit level on the head, and it should not tilt up or back. It should sit low on your forehead. The bottom edge should fit 1 to 2 finger width from the eyebrow. Your eyes should be able to see the edge of the helmet when looking up. Road safety. How do drivers keep cyclists safe? I have a far hand reach video here that we're going to play. Okay, so that was my video, which, as furthermore explained, you use your far hand to open the door when you're getting out of a car. This causes your body to rotate and it forces you to look in your side mirror to see if any bicycle riders are coming. This will work for streets, sidewalks, parking lots, anywhere that you're going to be in a car, getting out of a car with a lot of people near you. Preparing for riding. You want to inspect your bike before riding. And as you're inspecting, your seat should be locked in place and adjusted to the correct height. Make sure all equipment is working and secured on your bike. Check all the tires for tiny punctures and deflates. Make sure the bike has reflectors on the ear, wheel, front wheel, pedals, and spokes. A horn or bell, a rearview mirror, and a bright headlight are recommended. You want to be sure that you're always seen, so wear bright neon fluorescent clothing. Try to ride during the day if you can, but if you are riding at night, use reflective clothing and lights. And as always, you want to make sure you're wearing a helmet. Continued preparing for riding. You never want to hitch into cars. You always want to look both ways before entering traffic. And follow the rules of the road. Bicyclists are required to follow the same laws that motorists follow. Ride in a single file in the direction of which traffic is traveling. Be alert, keep your head up, and be aware of the opening car doors and other hazards. Use hand signals when turning and be extra cautious at intersections. When you're using a left turn, you want to extend your left arm out sideways with all fingers extended, or use your index finger to point left. When using a right turn, you want to extend your left arm or right arm sideways and bend your arm at a 90-degree angle at the elbow joint, with hand pointing upward with the palm of your hand facing forward. And when you're stopping or slowing, you want to extend your left or right arm sideways, bend your arm at a 90-degree angle at the elbow joint. But the difference between a right turn and stopping is you want your hand pointing downwards at the palm of your hand facing backwards. Proper technique when riding a bike, you want to pedal with your feet flat. Get on the pedals early. Focus on the push phase of the pedal revolution, as it is where you produce the most power. Wrap your thumbs around the handlebars. You want to use your gears and switch them before you get in the hill and have all the tension on the chain cogs. Keep your head up and relax your elbows, shoulders, and hands slightly. Bicycle path safety. There are a lot of places to ride your bike. Most of the time, people like to ride on roads as transportation to work or ride around their neighborhoods. However, biking on a trail is also fun, and here are some things you need to know before you get on a trail ride. Pass people on their left. When on the trail, whether you are on a sidewalk, road, or dirt trail, always pass other individuals on their left, your right side. You want to say, yell, or shout to your left when doing so. Be attentive to children. When on a trail or at parks, children will run wild. Be sure to stay attentive and be careful when passing or riding near children. Do not excessively speed. Bikes are the fastest people on trails. Make sure you don't speed around or put yourself or anyone else in danger by going too fast around others. More ways to ensure safety. You need to make sure you ride the correct size bike. The correct size should be judged based off your height. Ensure your brakes are effective. Check to see if your brake pads are rubbing against the wheels. Spin the wheels, making sure the brake cables are working effectively. Use a bike bell. Using a bike bell will ensure drivers or anyone else on the road that you are there and are coming. Head and tail lights. These lights can save your life. Using these keeps assurance, and drivers will always know you are there. Check tires. You may not want to pump more air in your tires. However, you always need to check that there is enough air in your tires before you start riding. Ways to ensure safety continued. Proper gear. You always want to wear a helmet, neon or highly visible clothing. Bring and use sunscreen for when you're riding on day trips, long trails, anything to where you're going to be in a lot of sunlight. Planning and scheduling. Choosing the right route selection. Always avoid busy intersections. Avoid peak hours so you're not around a lot of cars. Good cycling habits. Act like a vehicle. Pay attention to your surroundings. Leave your phone alone. Keep both hands on the handlebars. Stay away from vehicle blind spots. Always use hand signals and watch for parked cars. Important things to bring when you're biking is spare cash. Having spare cash wherever you go is always a good idea. You could use it for a taxi if you have a flat tire, a payphone if your phone dies or you don't have any signal, or to buy water or snacks to keep you from dehydrating and feeling sick. Have a road ID. Having a road ID can be vital if you are in need of attention or assistance. If for some reason you don't have your driver's license on you, the authorities will be able to identify and help you with this road ID. You can customize your road ID to have the exact information you feel is the most important to you. Prevention methods. Biking only accounts for 1% of injuries in the United States yearly. However, more likely to have injuries and deaths the people who occupy motor vehicles. So, although there isn't a lot of injuries, the injuries that do occur are pretty severe. So, you want to make sure that you are taking the right prevention methods so you don't end up getting hurt or die. According to the CDC, there are promising prevention methods that have shown to reduce the risk of injuries or fatalities, such as interventions. Things included in such interventions have been wearing lighting, reflective or fluorescent clothing, active lighting on the bicycle. Uh, Final note on how to protect yourself. Some cities or areas are safer for bike riding than others, obviously. However, there are a few things to remind yourself or anyone else you may be riding with. You always want to protect your head. This is one of the most valuable parts of your body, so always ride with a helmet. You want to protect the rest of your body. Add the proper equipment to make sure if you have an accident, you are well protected from injuries. Know your traffic rules. Even though you're not in a vehicle, you want to follow the same rules as if you were so you don't get into an accident and don't cause anyone else to be in one. You always want to stand out. Make sure you can be easily seen from all distances because if you are seen, then you will stay safe. Other benefits to riding a bike. Bicycling can benefit you in different ways. Here are a few to know. Riding a bike is eco-efficient. It can save you money, gives you exercise, can increase your mental health, and it's also just a fun activity. So while I just taught you on how to be safe, you might want to think about or encourage others to start riding a bike because it does have a lot of benefits. And I just taught you how to be safe. So, class activity, which is I will get to in just a few minutes. But here's my works cited. So the class activity is just for reviewing on what I just taught you. And if we were in class, obviously we're not, but if we were, I was going to ask students to grab a partner or a group of 3 if necessary, and to do the following. One student will go over the hand signals while the other students will tell them which sign is being given. So you will stand in front of your student or student and just go over all of the hand signs that I had in my slideshow, and just so you can make sure you're always familiar with the hand signs. A couple of questions for y'all. The acronym CPSC, you can see right here, I gave you the answer, but it's for the Consumer Product Safety Committee. And once again, you want to make sure you always look for the sticker inside of a helmet. That way you know it's been approved and can keep you safe. Your bike should be measured with what characteristic for you to know it is correctly fit for you, your height. That way, you know, someone shorter they don't have the seat up too tall where they won't be able to comfortably reach the pedals for when they speed up or slow down. And what are at least 2 good cycling habits? I gave a big list, but You can choose 2 or 3, which is like leave your phone alone, keep both hands on the handlebars, always use your hand signals, stay away from parked cars. Not really stay away, but just pay attention. And if you have any other questions, you can, refer back to the PowerPoint or, look them up yourself. The handout to bicycle safety. The bicycle safety handout is basically just in Word form, more of a document form of my poster board, which I will show here in a few. But this kind of just goes back off of what the PowerPoint showed. It goes back over the hand signals, and here's a picture to show you what they should look like. Always wanting to wear bright clothing, reflective clothing, keeping control of your bike, staying on path, following the rules of the road, making sure that you're always visibly seen. So when you're riding a bike. So go back here, stop this. Okay, so here's my poster board. If I can get it loaded up here. So as you can see, kind of just goes back off of what I was talking about beforehand. You always want to wear a helmet. You want to, when you're purchasing a helmet, you want to look for the stickers, proper road safety. It gives your basic main points on road safety. Follow the road rules. Gives you the types of cycling just in case you want to, you want to make sure you buy the bike for the specific needs you have. But that's the handout. Like I said, it kind of just goes back over what the handout and what the PowerPoint says, but that's all I have on bicycle safety. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope everyone is staying safe during this pandemic, and sooner or later we'll be back to our normal lives. Thank you.